What's up, guys? This is Christian, and the concept I want to introduce today is grounded energy versus being reactive. Now, what kind of person are you? Do you find yourself always checking your phone, checking media, always bouncing from thing to thing without really being grounded in yourself? Or are you that kind of person that is laid back, relaxed, and takes his time and moves through life at his own pace? See, a person that's really reactive, any situation he's faced with, he's always gonna have strong emotions towards that event, that situation. And I remember, or this happens to me a lot when I am reactive, when I'm not in my grounded presence, I tend to bounce off what people say. Anytime they tell me something, anytime, or let's say a bad situation comes up, and instead of really just sitting down and planning what to do next, I'm just kind of in that emotion, and I'm like, if I'm angry, I totally fully feed into that anger, and I don't really give myself that time to think about what should I do next. I'm always living that life of, oh my God, what is next? What if this doesn't work out? What if this doesn't work out? Oh my God, like my brain is constantly chaotic, and it's so arbitrary, and you have to realize that in life, you really are the only one that stays constant. Everything around you is changing, and the more you react to the environment, to all the circumstances, the more you're going to lose yourself. You're never going to have that presence where you're just so confident in yourself. You're always going to be looking at that next situation, and you're always going to react to your emotions. And you got to realize that you really aren't your emotions. This is something RSD Max says. You aren't your emotions. Your emotions is just a feeling that you get for that time being. Because emotions, if you look at them, emotions are constantly changing. If you're so fed into your emotions, you're never going to find that presence, never. It's just not going to happen, and you're going to live your whole life like in that realm of reaction, and you're always going to be looking for that next thing to kind of fulfill yourself. You have to really focus on yourself. You have to have that grounded, that groundedness. Because like if you really look at it, what kind of like characteristics do people have that are grounded? They're very relaxed, they're very confident, and they know that whatever situation arises, they're going to get through that situation. Maybe not easily, but they have that energy where, like, you know what, I will get through the situation. I'm not going to feed into my emotions, and this too shall pass. Like literally think about it that way. This too shall pass. Because whatever bad situation you have, obviously, do you really think that, let's say you're heartbroken about a girl, do you think in like 6 months, a year, that girl is going to matter, or are you going to find somebody else? Really think about it. Do you really want to live that life where your emotions are constantly dictating how you should be, how you should live, or do you really want to just sit down and, like, you know what, I'm following life to my own beat, and I'm not going to follow anybody else's beat. Like, I'm doing everything at my own pace. And a lot of, like, there's different strategies to get yourself into that grounded zone. And what I like to do is, meditation is a big one. Like today, I've meditated for maybe like 30 to 45 minutes. And like after that, I just felt so like, just present, like present to the moment. I wasn't really reacting. I wasn't really checking my phone to see, oh, what little notification pop up, like what can really boost my ego, like what are people saying? Are people liking the things I posted on Facebook? That's living reactively. If you get up in the morning, what is the first thing you do? You probably check your phone. That's living reactively. Try going like an hour without checking your phone. Or when you leave the house to go somewhere, don't check your phone at all. See how much you can withstand. It's tough. It's so fucking tough. Of course it is. But that's like, you have to take those baby steps to living that non-reactive life. And it's gonna boost your confidence. It's gonna boost your willpower, because if you're wasting so much willpower on little different things, how are you gonna have the willpower to really follow your dreams, your passions? You're not. You're constantly using that willpower on mediocre, scares-based things. Like, let's say somebody you don't really like said something about you, and now you're gonna be thinking about it all day because, like, screw that guy, why would he say something like that? You're gonna waste all that energy on that when you could be creating something new. Why would you do that? It's like, being reactive is it's draining. You have to realize that the more grounded you are, the better you're off. You're not gonna focus anymore on like external things and why they're upsetting you. You're gonna start thinking, well, okay, this is me. I gotta relax. What course of action is proper for me to take? What do I like? What are my values? Because ultimately, when you start following your values, emotions don't really play a role in your life anymore. Because when you're focused on your values, you're focused on your well-being at this point, and you're just gonna be like really. All right, so let's look at the values. Like, what are your values? And like, for instance, my values are self-improvement. I like to eat healthy. I like to work out. I like reading. I like meditating. And if I'm following my values, anything else doesn't affect me. As long as I keep following my values. When I get off of my values, when I start reacting to my emotions, that's when I start going downhill. So if you see what I'm saying, like, always try to be in that grounded presence. And it's hard. I understand that. I'm not perfect at it. It's so hard. But it's the baby steps that count, that lead you towards it. So even if you are just fully living in your emotions and not really in your values, take one value at least and try to live by that value for, let's say, a week, and see how much better you feel, and slowly add another value in. Because like, once you baby step it, you don't exceed so much willpower to the point where you go back to, because when you lose that willpower, you go back to your emotions. You're like, this is too hard, I'm gonna just give up totally. You have to baby step it. So take one value, work on that value, take another value, work on that value, and once you start getting all your values in, that's when you start being more grounded. And it was cool talking to you guys. Had a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys next video. Like, subscribe, comment, message me, whatever. And I'll make sure to hit you guys up. And see you next video. Hello.